Hi, welcome to Wood Stuff Workshop. I'm David. Today we're going to make the driveway gates fit. So it's like this, all I've got to do is chop the tops off. So now we've just got to get on and get these gates finished. I think I'm going to fit the hinges and fit these in place on the post before I make the pieces in between. Then I can get them exactly the right length that I want them. Right, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use these lag bolts in there, and then a couple of screws in there. They should hold it. I'm rained off at the minute, so just had to leave it under that tarpaulin, but hopefully this will clear and then I'll be able to get on again. I don't think there's going to be a break in this rain, so I'm going to get this tarpaulin off and put the gate back across there and cover it all over. We'll wait till tomorrow and start again, see what it's like then. Morning everyone. Yesterday, it just kept on raining right into the night, so this is a Sunday morning, so I better be quiet for a start, but we can now get on with the gates. Here I'm using my laser level to get some wedges in place to support the gate while I'm fitting in place. There's the laser level dot, and I'm just building this up. So down here I'm just chopping a bit out of the concrete slope that I put up there, just to get these brackets down, this bracket down a bit further, because on this side the drives lift right up in the air instead of this having to sit on the top here and lifting all this side up. But I've just put one screw in to hold it for now. Got it level along the bottom there. Got the gates in place, so I've got the laser level on, and over here on the right hand side there's the laser level dot there. Let me just bring it down closer, so it's at the level of with the bottom of that rail. That's on the right. Then I should be able to take it over to the left hand side, out the way of it. So there it is there, level with the rail on that side. So now I'm just going to put in the last of the screws on the hinges. And then I'll pin these back. I'll just probably stick a couple of stakes in the ground and just screw into the gates and just leave them there. Well, I'll measure up first, but then I've got the parts in the middle to make. I'm just going to take some pictures of dimensions of parts of the gate to make the extra bits now. Okay, so I've done a bit of a drawing there. So this darker shaded piece at this side is the extra piece that I need to stick on the gate. So obviously one on this side and one on the left side. And that's the original gate part there that it's going to fix onto. The timber that I've got here isn't thick enough for the gate, because the gate's like about 65mm thick, I think. So what I'm going to have to do is rip these down so that I join both of them together and they'll end up at 65. But what I'm going to do, because I'm joining them in half, all I've got to do is leave the one side short, so it'll automatically make the half lap joint. But you'll see what I mean when I get doing it, so I'll just get on and get chopping them. The plan was to rip this down on the circular saw, but the only problem is that's 90mm thick and it doesn't go that high. And even if I take the guard off, the riving knife sticks up above the saw blade, so I'd have to take the riving knife off. So I'm not going to do that. I think what I'm going to do, I've set up this bandsaw, so I'm going to resaw this down. Going to be glued, screwed together. I'm going to screw through the side that's the inside on the fence. So this is what I meant by, because I was making these up in two parts to get the thickness, by making a halving joint like that, so just leaving one shorter than the other by the amount of the width on there. So as you can see, they're made up of two parts, same as them, and that would be going over like that, making a halving joint. And the same again, I just stop short where this one wants to go, and on there that's just going to have this block just glued and screwed, and that does the same. That just goes in there. And makes a lovely joint again. Oh yeah, just to mention, I know that I'm not using pressure treated timber here, but it's not going to be touching the floor, and I'm going to be keeping on top of it with preservative. I'm just using the wood timber that I had here. Here I'm just drilling out for the plug so that when the screws go in they can be plugged up to hide them afterwards. Right, on the end of here I've just marked 10mm in that I'm going to leave there. I just want rid of this bit at the front there, and then taking 5mm out that way on. Just going to do it freehand. I'm just taking a piece out like that, and that's just to sit in the mortises that I've just made. Okay, so it's a new day. I went out and bought a bit wider timber for these front slats on there. So a load of this decking board that I chopped down. I needn't have bothered, but as you can see, I've got it a little bit wider. It will give plenty so that when this shrinks in hot weather, if it moves about, if they all shrink and move, it won't leave any gaps at the side. So that's why I did it. So now I've just got to round all this new, the 4 new bits that I've got for the front. So I've just got to round them over. This bit is like 40mm by 40mm, and I've driven one of these massive screws in with a Torx head. So that's going right through this and into there. I'm putting a bit of glue on it to lubricate it to make it go in easier, because I want this fairly solid, because this is going to be, as well as them being attached top and bottom, there will be some screws going through into the original gate through this, so I wanted this to be quite solid. Right, so I'm nearly done with this one. So what I'm doing now is putting these are all cut to length, the 2 top lats, and what I'm doing, because this is glued in place, I'm gluing on this side with that one, and all I'm doing is pinning it there and pinning it on that side, but the pins, there won't be any glue on this side. What it means, it'll be able to hold on this side and be able to shrink, and so it'll be able to contract and expand that way over the top of that one, so it should stop it splitting. And the same on this one, because I've got this glued to that side, just along that side. I haven't got these ends glued, that can still move about. I'm gluing along that edge of that one with that one and pinning it, and the same again on there. So what should happen is that should be able to move backwards and forwards over the top of that one, and so should this other one. That's the plan. Right.
Actually is on Front Row tomorrow night, talking about the mirror and the light as part of our series with the moves in different ways in order to express the inner world, fears and desires and her obsessions. So I expressed her unconscious desires.
There they are. I've got them all done. Just ready now for sanding. I've done for today, but I've put in the wooden plugs in. So all I've got to do is cut them off tomorrow and sand them up. It's a new day, so let's try and see if we can get these gates finished. All this is, I've just got a bit of autumn gold and a bit of chestnut brown wood preservative in here, just some cheap preservative with loads of water, so it's really thinned down. And all it's for is to lift the grain and to just give it a little bit of a staining. But also what it does is it shows, like there, whether you've left any glue, so you're able to go back and sort that out and get rid of the glue. Got these threads threaded into this, and then I'm going to get epoxy glue to stick along the threads, and they're going to be epoxied into the new piece. So that's the idea. So epoxy on this side and threaded. They have got some glue in there, just some normal glue, but they're threaded into that side anyway. But because I'm having to push this on, these are only just to locate it in position, because what's happening is they're going to be screwed through there into the old post, so it shouldn't go anywhere. So what I'll be doing next is screwing through the back here into there, and that shouldn't go anywhere. Nice and straight down there, in line with the rest of the gate. So well, see how hard I've been hitting it on with the lump of wood and a hammer. got the latch fitted, but there's a lot of slack in this piece, so I might fix something in behind there. I might just glue something in just to take up a lot of this slack. So this is it along the inside. As you can see, I've chopped the bottoms off now to suit. And we've got all the catch and everything on, and sanded up, the belt sanded up the top edge so that it's all nice. So let me show you, I've put some acrylic in there, super glued in to take up some of the slop in there. And if we come round here, all you got to pull it too. So thank you very much for watching the video. If you liked it, if you could give us a thumbs up, that would be brilliant. If you haven't already subscribed, if you could click the subscribe logo or my logo and subscribe, that would be great. And yep, I hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time. Take care.